Generally speaking, when people are attempting some crazy, maybe it could kill you stunt on the side of a mountain somewhere, they take a camera crew along with them, and we all get to see the footage later. But tonight, there are two guys perched on a cliff above Yosemite who are attempting a dangerous and unprecedented climb, and they are documenting it in real time. And ABC's TJ Holmes has the video.
It's being called the climb of the century. On a sheer rock cliff 3,000 feet above Yosemite National Park, professional climbers Tommy Caldwell and Kevin Jorgeson are attempting to do what no climber has done before: free climb one of the toughest routes on Earth, using only their hands and feet to grasp, hoist, and pull their way across treacherous terrain. Ropes only there to protect them from falling. Caldwell and Jorgeson are attempting to be the first free climbers to conquer El Capitan's fearsome Dawn Wall, considered the hardest of nearly 100 routes up the legendary climbing mountain. The journey could take weeks.
It's getting pretty rowdy.
Their only shelter? These makeshift tents, just 7 feet long, bolted and suspended from vertical rock.
The portaledge, despite being lashed down, is getting tossed around like a rag doll.
I'm on what's called a portaledge that's secured to this wall. Now, these two climbers are using one of these secured to a flat surface, all right? And they're having to sleep on one of these things for weeks, possibly, trying to make an impossible climb. And me, I have holes here I can use to try to climb the wall. All they have is a flat surface, and all they're using are their hands and feet. This record-breaking attempt was no impulse climb. It's been 6 years in the making for 36-year-old Caldwell. He and 30-year-old Jorgeson have planned every step of the way.
The Dawn Wall is the last big wall that hadn't been free climbed. When you stand at the base and you look up, it just looks like 3,000 feet of blankness. There's nothing there. It's steep, it's intimidating. It just looks like there's no way you can climb it.
This footage was shot by Big Up Productions, a production company that's been following the climbers throughout their entire Yosemite quest for an upcoming documentary.
I'm grabbing these minuscule edges, jumping between holds, taking huge falls. There's really an element of like, am I going to be able to do this?
Caldwell and Jorgeson set out just over a week ago, the production crew following their every move.
We're at the base of the Capitan.
What's today? Today's the day. A lot of the snow melted.
Yeah, at the hottest part of the day, at the hottest part of the route, right at the base, it feels pretty nice.
Yeah, it's nice right now. We climbed all day. We started about 10 a.m. and we didn't finish until about 10 or 11 p.m. Tommy and I both felt great, so that's exciting.
It's been 11 days of hard climbing, and until they reach the top, they'll eat, rest, and sleep in their makeshift tents.
So I thought I'd give you a little tour of our camp setup. It's pretty sweet.
Right now I'm just lounging, got the feet up. And my shoes are clipped here, which double as like a little nightstand of skin salve and chapstick. It's got my iPad for reading books, 2 sleeping bags. All right, for anyone that's curious, this is our breakfast setup. We've got hard-boiled eggs. We've got a little breakfast sandwich with cream cheese and salmon and cucumber and what is that, bell pepper. Pretty good eating up here.
Surprisingly, they're even getting cell phone reception up there, able to post updates to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook by solar charging their phones.
They're fortunate to have good cell phone service. They have solar panels up there to charge their cell phones.
Tommy Caldwell's wife, Rebecca, and toddler son, Fitz, are following his progress back home in Colorado.
Get your feet up.
Rebecca says she's not nervous about the dangers of her husband's perilous attempt. They're a climbing family.
Oh, it's so hard.
Fitz even has his own miniature wall.
I've been up on the wall before with Tommy. I know what it's like up there. I know the safety systems they have in place and how good the gear is and how reliable the ropes and harnesses are. And so I understand that aspect of it. And so I don't have much fear. There's always a chance that there could be some kind of freak accident and someone could get injured, but it's pretty unlikely.
Grabbing onto total razor blades, and the very last move of the pitch, which I fell on earlier this year, is one of the most balancy moves, I think, on the route.
Still, danger is an absolute constant, climbing a wall that's completely vertical, and the weather can quickly turn brutal.
It was really cold, so I think a lot of ice built up, and so usually there's just little chunks that come down that would just kind of bounce off of you relatively harmlessly. Yesterday there was some definite big hunks that like go flying by you.
The near freezing temperatures are ideal for gripping the mountain, but the climbers' hands are taking a beating. To keep their fingers in shape, they sand them to remove dead skin and apply lotion several times a day.
We're taking a rest day today because our skin took a beating. Right now I've got to tape 2 of those 3 fingers, which definitely makes it hard to feel what you're hanging on to. So I gave it 4 all-out efforts and didn't send that pitch, which is disappointing.
While many of us on the ground are questioning why someone would want to go through a climb like this, Rebecca Caldwell says for her husband, it's about a lot more than the thrill of the ride.
Climbing is definitely not about an adrenaline rush. It's about focus, and it's about being precise, and it's about, you know, thinking through things. It's really mentally challenging and physically challenging, and all of those things together. And so it's taken a lot of time for Tommy and Kevin to prepare for this and get everything to align and kind of be performing at peak level in all of those areas to accomplish this.
As of tonight, Caldwell and Jorgeson are resting at about the halfway point up El Capitan. There's still about 1,500 feet left to go.
You want to find something that looks absurd and figure out how to do it.
This image is the latest update from the mountain today. Kevin Jorgeson in a serene moment, halfway to conquering Dawn Wall. For Nightline, I'm TJ Holmes in New York.